I'm guessing you heard about Tarte brand trip where they flew out many influencers to Bora Bora in private jets, best hotels in Bora Bora, and all the other free goodies that they give to them. And that most probably left you with some kind of emotion. Either it's,
what the fuck happened? Why did I do that? I'm never gonna buy from Tarte. That should have been me. That is useless, that is pointless, that is genius.
Whatever you decided that is your approach, let me tell you in short that it's actually not as you think it is. We all have heard of the Tarte big brand trip where it's going crazy. You know, those influencers who are not really fans of the brand, they get sent the gifts, they get sent to the amazing possibility to travel. And also a crazy thing is that they can bring +1 of whoever they choose. So they can also bring their family members or their partners. And that got some people talking online. That got some people outrageous because the main complaint is, why are you spending so much money on influencers when you can spend all that money on getting our products better? Because many have problems with Tarte products, that they're not as good or something is not working there. And let me just tell you that Tarte is actually doing a genius move, but with some complications. The thing is that everything you see on screen is for influencers, right? We always think that why brands are not connecting with us, because we're not talking about short-term play, we are talking about long-term play. The idea is that just imagine how much it would cost them to actually approach every influencer that they asked to join on a trip with them. Just imagine what their rates are if they would like to buy an ad from them, or UGC material, or something to be posted on their platforms. Those rates are crazy, and the bigger the influencer is, the crazier the rate is. And Tarte understands that. They know that if they would like to approach every influencer and ask them for a collaboration, it will cost them a lot of money, right? But what is another way how you can make sure that you're building that long-lasting relationship with an influencer, but not solely based on monetary privileges? Basically not for money. That is by creating that relationship, by giving something to be given to later on. That is what we call a rule of reciprocity, and in this scenario it works out perfectly. First, Tarte offers something great, something not many other brands do, to influencers for free, completely for free. And it's not that they sign some kind of contract where they need to post or blog about their days, but influencers will just do that because they feel thankful for giving this opportunity to go for free and to such an exclusive place. Those who are appreciative, of course. And it will stick into their minds that this brand did that for me, so I need to be thankful to them. So in future, when Tarte will release new products, new lines, new samples or something online publicly, those same influencers will be first ones to get their hands on that because of PR, but also they will be already thinking about how to show off this product positively. So at the moment, maybe we feel like us customers, we did not see anything from Tarte's side. We feel like it's a waste of money and they're just thinking about influencers and their fame and popularity, and that's it, just to make a name for them. They're actually playing a long-term game. So most probably in 2 year time, you're just gonna slowly hear from some influencers who most probably went to that trip about the great new product that Tarte released. That is the only first point why Tarte's move is genius. Point number 2 is that now we are talking about all the hype that is going on, right? Now everybody on the internet hears about it. And what do we hear about it? We hear customers that are complaining, they're never gonna buy again. But on the other side, imagine all the other people on the other side that see all of this going on, that influencers just get to go on crazy exclusive trips just because they are influencers. And crazy thing is that those influencers are not even talking about their brand. They're not talking about Tarte, they're not talking about makeup. No, most of the influencers that are invited to this event are actually daily vloggers. They do get ready with me's. So imagine now how many of get ready with me video creators, and there are tons of them, will start creating more and more videos linking Tarte product, because they would like to get in good relationship with Tarte, so that hopefully in future they will be the ones that will get the invite to the crazy beautiful blue water land. I know it sounds a bit messy, but I hope you understand the point. So now we're gonna have a lot, not competition, but a lot of exposure for Tarte in ways that you're not even gonna notice. They're gonna be very subtle, because they'll be coming from every corner, from every mini nano influencer that wants to make a name for themselves or earn a vacation. Next point. We all know, or at least most of us know, that every brand has their budget for a year, right? And they're allocating some type of sum for every division in their departments, right? Usually for marketing in PR, that's pretty big chunk of money. And after I watched an interview with the Tarte's CEO, in an interview she said that her idea about where to spend this marketing budget, this PR budget, is to build a long-lasting relationships. So she is not really looking to spend all that money on 2, 3, 4 influencers for their products. She is looking for long-term relationships. And if we think about it, just imagine how big the marketing budget is for Tarte, and how much they would actually spend if they would spend on each influencers for their collaborations, for their ads, and influencers' expenses to make that ads happen, all that stuff, mumbo jumbo. But what if they create an event where they actually don't pay as much for the event as you think? Because if you think about it, who are the people going to the event? Influencers, right? Those are creators. Those are people who are always with their camera in their hand. It means that they'll take it out, they'll start filming everything that they like. How we create those PR events is that we are pushing in as many products as we can in that mumbo jumbo. That means that now, as other brands see this crazy thing going on, this great opportunity for them to promote themselves as well. Same way as if we have some kind of big event, like football game, like Super Bowl, like Grand Prix, all the things. Just imagine how eager are other brands to get on that main event to promote themselves, only as banners, as some kind of sticker on side of the road, it doesn't matter, just to be also in there, to have a subconscious link with their customer that they're trying to get. Other brands are also doing the same freaking thing. So all the PR gifts that you saw Tarte giving to their influencers may not have been from their own pocket, but rather from supporters, collaborators of the Tarte, and therefore all those mini things will be filmed, they will be videoed by the influencers. So those mini brands that were sent as a gift from Tarte will also get exposure. So the question is, was it really from Tarte, or is it also a collaboration? Moving on, of course, we cannot hide the fact that there is a lot of hype going about Tarte. We cannot just deny the fact, because now everyone hears about the name Tarte, right? What did they do? Nobody knows. What is the brand? I have no idea, but I just know that they flew a lot of influencers out. What does that mean? That means that they have money, they have resources, they have power, they have connections, and most probably there is a reason why those influencers agreed to that trip, right? Because the brand is not bad. The brand is not bad. So we all know about the saying that doesn't matter what kind of PR, but good or negative, it's still PR, right? Everything is good. Publicity is good. There's no bad publicity. In this scenario, I cannot even say that that's a bad publicity, because they did good thing. Of course, it cost money. Of course, they could have done a million other things with that money in better causes, but they did what I did, right? It's not like they killed somebody. So we cannot consider it as bad hype, even though everybody on the internet is not going crazy about it. My take is that if you really are going crazy about Tarte trip, if you think that it's outrageous, how did I do that? I think you're just jealous because you are not the one going on that trip. Just imagine if at 3 a.m. at night, Tarte would call you up, hey, we have free seat open left. Somebody got sick, do you want to fly out with the influencers? Would you be like, let's talk about economical, political state of the world right now? No. You would just be like,
oh my gosh, guys, let me get a minute, I'm gonna hop on.
And you would run as fast as you can to get to that private jet. Because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Let me ask you. So if you're jealous about it, stop. It's not gonna give you any justice if you want to be on that trip. Either work for it or become an influencer and start promoting Tarte products. Therefore, we have now a lot of hype going out about the Tarte brand. And even though all of this hype will actually vanish in a couple of weeks, possibly days, maybe months, who knows, it still will vanish. So what's the point? The thing is that it doesn't matter if it's gonna vanish, because if it did create such a big talking point right now, in this moment, that means that subconsciously, you, as a consumer, will register Tarte as some good brand because they are flying out their influencers. So that means that they have money, they have collaborations, they're legit business, right? And they're profitable business. So what's gonna happen once you're gonna go into store and you're gonna start comparing 2, 3, 4 products against one another? You're gonna see a label, which you see first time, but they have good packaging, right? And you have Tarte. And what's gonna happen then? Subconsciously, you're gonna associate Tarte as something you already are familiar with. You already know this brand is legit, this is good. This one, I'm not really sure.
I see them first time, they may be good, but how can I know? I did not see any influencers talking about them, right, online. So if nobody's talking about them, how they can be good, right?
That is the main idea that's going to be going through people's minds when they're going to compare products. Another point which I don't want to comment a lot on because I don't know anything about the sphere, but I just heard people online talking about this, is that this PR trip, this event for Tarte is also an option for them to do a tax write-off. So I cannot say that that's true or not true because, as I mentioned, I'm not sure about these things, but if you know something about this, it would be nice if you would comment and let me know if this tax write-off thing is actually a legitimate thing. But then, moving on. Now I just want to briefly talk about all the potential things that Tarte missed out on that they could have implemented to make sure that this trip gets much more exposure than it did. First of all,
the trip is great, right? We love that influencers get spoiled, even though they don't work regular jobs, and basically all their job is to just film videos of themselves. Great, right? No problems there.
The problem is that even though the idea is great, the brands are great, the trips are great, they still missed out on such an important key moment that they can actually bond with their audience. So what you can do instead, you could have also incorporated some kind of game or challenge online, so it also would get viral if you would trigger challenge that some person that is an active user of Tarte would have a possibility to win a fly to Bora with all the favorite influencers. Just imagine what kind of hype would generate an online world once everybody would start to repost this kind of challenge. And what an amazing idea would it be if a brand would say that most loyal customers, those who have purchased at least like 50 products, blah, blah, or for this sum of money in span of a year, now it's your time to shine. Please register here, post video about us, how did you like the product, small review, and the one lucky winner is gonna get a chance to visit Bora. Just imagine if there would be something like that. Besides this, another idea. Just imagine if they would actually make something more of this brand trip, because now what we see about this brand trip is from videos of influencers who are sometimes bragging, and we don't want to look at that much, you know. But what if they would have created a reality TV show? All the consumers would be tuned in and therefore would create even more associations with the brand, therefore would see even more PR of other companies if that's the goal. So many ideas you can get from this brand to elevate it much more than just a brand trip, because now every brand does brand trips. It's not something special. Even if you fly your influencers to Bora, please try to be more unique and original with the ideas that you do, because there are so many possibilities for every brand. But if you don't use them, you just throw your money out, it's garbage. Now it's in garbage. Well, that's it from my side about Tarte. If you have other ideas, opinions, or you know something about the tax write-off thing, please let me know, either by writing comments or however you want to, because I'm also interested to hear other opinions. Next time, I would like to talk more about downfalls or rises of some of the creators, so if that's interesting, then stay tuned.
Ciao, peace, bye-bye.